Hello. So, it is time for quarter-finals of UBL Season 6 VGC. Now, we had an amazing run to get here. But, oh god. Oh god. Do we have a rough one to go against here? We are up against a very familiar opponent. Probably the person we have played against the most. It is Fat Rat and Yellow Harlow Lachuse. Fat Rat's a good friend of ours. But this is going to be very tricky. So, in playoffs, the seeding is actually working out. So we are first seed, actually. We are playing 4th seed from the other division. We actually played everyone in our division. The league was split up into 2 divisions of 8 people each. And so, first seed of the Solgaleo division, which I was in, is playing the 4th seed coming out of the Lunala division. Don't know why I wasn't, of all people, put in the Lunala division, but here we are. But that's how things are working. So, the Rat's team consists of Spectria, Cinderace, Gothitelle, Pheromosa, Rotom-Wash, Garchomp, Togepi, Fletchling, Klinklang, Persian, and Pichu. Now, to my knowledge, they have not brought any of the last 3. Klinklang, Persian, and Pichu, I don't believe have come at all. And the only one of those that I can see coming here is Pichu, in case they really want Coco for some reason. That being said, it's not going to do them much good this week, and you'll find out why. But their offense is insane. With 2, baby support Pokemon, with Togepi and Fletchling to give them redirection and speed control, as well as Spectria, Cinderace, Pheromosa, Garchomp, who all do insane amounts of damage. And to be fair, they have been written their season not off of most of those. Their season has pretty much been sit Rotom-Wash next to Garchomp, spam Earthquake, and Discharge. And that has been their season, and they've been getting a lot of paras. I'm just gonna say it. They've been very lucky this season. With the amount of paras and crits and all that sort of just stuff that I've seen, because I've watched most if not all of Rat's games, because again, Rat's a good friend. But oh boy, have they been lucky this season, and I really don't want to lose that one here. I'm not too afraid of Cinderace. It can outspeed Excadrill, but we have a million ways of getting speed control. Like I say, they do as well. But I think I have a pretty good edge in that department as well. But the other thing to do with this is the following. This is Rat we're talking about. And if there's a defining trait of a Fat Rat team in VGC, it's the fact that it does not have an answer to Trick Room outside of imprisoning Trick Room Gothitelle. That is it. That is their answer to Trick Room. So, we are making sure we have a Trick Room option. And our Trick Room sweeper of choice? Appleton. That's right, not Gigalith, Appleton. Because it does better into Garchomp and Rotom. It's gonna kill Pheromosa anyway with Dragon Pulse, so that's not an issue. Spectre, it's a 2-hit KO on. Cinderace, it's a 2-hit KO on. I believe Draco is a KO on both of those. And Gothitelle, it'll 2-hit KO, I think, with Dragon Pulse or Giga... no, we're running Apple... Oh, right, so we're running Apple Acid because it actually picks up the KO after the drop on Gothitelle. So, same moveset as we ran in Offensive Trick Room last time, which is really cool. I guess we could technically go Brave, not Brave, Quiet, but maybe we want to bring this with some speed control? I don't know, but, it's an option. So, we're not running quite min speed, because the only thing that's going to be slower than us is Togepi, and I know what I'm doing if it's a Togepi lead to try and after you Trick Room me, so, yeah. That is the plan. Because after you Togepi can reverse the Trick Room, the plan is simple there. I'm just gonna protect. It's not just because then they can't after you the protect. So after you the Trick Room, they'll just take a protect. So but yeah, Appleton is going to be one of the main game plans here. Because I want to catch them out. Well, like, my Trick Room mode is something I've used a couple times this season, I think. I've had pretty much the one time that I can think of. We've mainly been going fast mode because my fast mode is so good, but Rat is so poor into Trick Room that I think Appleton is probably good enough to actually run a train here. We have not gone with Gigalith because that does not fare well into Garchomp. Or Rotom, which are two Pokemon I'm very much expecting, and going to be some of the bulkier things that I'm going to need to take down, whereas Appleton does very well into both of those. So, next up, very interesting, and a first, Banded Excadrill. We outspeed Rotom Wash, Earthquake, Iron Head, High Horsepower, and Rock Slide. This does require speed control. But there is a form of speed control that it does require that you might not consider. This can work in Trick Room. Rotom Wash is the only exception, but we have Appleton. This can work in Trick Room, and Banded Earthquakes are hurting. And I'm actually clamping on clicking Earthquake. High Horsepower, obviously, if I want a single target, I don't want to lock myself into Earthquake. Iron Head, as a steel move of choice, pretty much for the Togepi, I believe, yeah, Togepi, and then the Rock Slide, in case we need to flinch something. Mold Breaker is the big deal. We are not bringing Sand. Because we're bringing Mold Breaker. We could bring Sand. We could bring Gigalith, and Gigalith could have been a Trick Room sweeper by far, but we need some of the other Pokemon, in my opinion. So, Banded Excadrill is going to do a ton of work. Just to count off on what it does to most Pokemon here, Pheromosa without Sash will die. Cinderace will die unless it has changed its type, and it has to change to some specific types, because it can't change to Steel. It can't stay as Fire, that's for sure. I think if it turns to normal, it might have a chance of living. If it's a neutral hit, it might have a chance of living. Rotom actually does die. Even max HP Rotom dies to this. Spectria takes like, I want to say 70 to 80%, something like that. Goth takes like 60%. Garchomp's going to get... So like everything is going to get 2-hit KO'd. At least by Banded Earthquake. So, that is the plan with Excadrill. Following that up, Scrafty. Scrafty's coming to every game. It does not matter. All game plans involve Scrafty. Fake Out, Throat Chop, Ice Punch, and Iron Head. We are running enough speed. One, to try and like catch the Goth a little bit. I think this might catch the Goth. If not the end of the world with Goth. The more important thing is that after a Tailwind, we outspeed Garchomp. So we can Ice Punch it and get the KO. Throat Chop is a guaranteed KO on no bulk Spectria, and is a guaranteed 2-hit KO unless they are Colbur on Gothitelle. Even if it's Death Gothitelle will not take 2 Throat Chops. Iron Head is for the Togepi, because Togepi is something that's going to be an issue against Scrafty itself, so I want to make sure I have the Iron Head. If they're Sash or if they're Eviolite, I imagine they're going to be Eviolite because the Sash is going to be on the Pokemon, the Pheromosa, or the Fletchling, one of the two, depending on what they bring. I'm not sure if the Fletchling is going to come, to be completely honest. I think they're going to leave... They may leave Spectria. I can see them leaving Spectria here. And they go Cinder, Goth, Pharaoh... As in Pheromosa, not Ferrothorn. Rotom, Garchomp, Togepi. I can see that being the 6. I don't know if Fletchling comes. So, yeah, we're going Assault Vest. I believe once I had the offensive calc and the speed, I throw the rest into bulk. So, Scrafty's super bulky, especially with the Assault Vest. It's going to take on Spectria really well. It's going to take on Rotom really well. Special Pheromosa will not like this, and obviously the Intimidate for the rest, mainly the Garchomp and the Cinderace. Next up, Slowking. Trick Room, Protect, Scald, and Heal Pulse. We want to try and keep Appleton alive if possible, so we've got the Heal Pulse on there. Could be nice for healing up Scrafty as well. So we are min speed here, which means we can break the sash on anything with Slowking and then go for the kill from there. Also, it's nice for picking up burns with Scald. I was going to run Muddy Water, and then I realised I don't want to miss a Muddy Water. So, we are running Oblivious. I'm really tempted to change this, but I don't remember if Rat knows that I have Oblivious. Because also, I could just not have Oblivious. So, I'm not going to take a risk with this one. So, obviously, it's our Trick Room setter. The investment, I'm going to shock many people here. This lives Specs, Modest, Specs, Shadow Ball from Spectria. Because the plan is to leave Fake Out, Scrafty with Fake Out and Slowking, we can live the Spectria hit. Guaranteed. The rest was thrown into a little bit of physical defense. We've got the Citrus Berry to keep us alive a little bit longer, but to be honest, once Slowking is set up Trick Room, it's not going to be doing too much anyway. So, the Scald is nice. The heal pulse to maybe keep Scrafty alive a little bit longer, or keep Appleton alive a little bit longer as well. So, Scrafty is still going to do pretty good damage and do a good amount of things in Trick Room, to be quite honest. And if they take something out, then that's great, because that means Appleton gets to come in and start doing good damage. Next up, Tapu Koko. We are Pixie Plate. I was going to go Expert Belt, but the only thing I was actually Expert Belting for was Garchomp with Dazzling Gleam. So I figured I may as well run Pixie Plate, because that's going to do the same thing, except it's also just going to boost my damage in general. We are mainly going for spread Dazzling Gleams here. And if you notice, we're bringing Telepathy. That's right. That's how much I'm committed onto the Excadrill plan here. Because we're running Telepathy, that means we can sit in with Koko and Earthquake. So we can Earthquake D-Gleam and just run through their team. Combine that with a bit of speed control with Electro Web and some single targeting with Thunderbolt. Again, I don't plan on clicking Thunderbolt, but I figured I may as well have a single target move. If they want to go Pichu, by all means, but I do not expect to be clicking Thunderbolt too much. It might be useful in a couple situations, but for the most part, Pixie Place to Dazzling Gleams are going to be the play. So, and you may notice the full defense investment. This has a 1 in 16 chance of living Garchomp Earthquake. without a Life Orb, I believe. I believe it's without a Life Orb. You can have a quick look. Here's a Spectre calc, for those wondering. So Tapu Koko versus Garchomp, I believe. So, put him at level 50, because calcs do slightly change at level 50 just because of HP values. Also, you can see the Pixie Plate boosted as well. Means we get a pretty good roll on bulky Garchomp as well. Yeah, we get the Pixie Plate and the investment we have. That's a new tab. 180 means I was calculating for something different. I think I was calculating for something different. I think I was calculating for something different. Yeah, I was calculating for some. Unless it was just. Yeah, it was without the 4 in special defense. There we go. So we get the 2 at KO on max HP Garchomp. If I get 2 low rolls and I've already 4 special defense, I guess I'll be annoyed. But yeah, so max HP Garchomp, if we were in 156 defense, is a 1 in 16 chance to KO. So, we're going to take that, because the only other thing I'm really worried about getting hit by is maybe a Rotom Wash, Hydro Pump, but to be honest, I'm not really too worried about that. And last but not least, Torn. We are Wiki Berry, because honestly, I couldn't think of a different item. Tailwind, Icy Wind, Air Slash, and U-Turn. This is mainly here for Tailwind support and Icy Wind support. Means we could slow things down and speed ourselves up. Keeping ourselves relatively high in speed. I didn't talk about it with Koko, but Koko is actually outspeeding Cinderace. Torn is going a bit on the bulkier side. Torn is going to be outspeeding only a Cinderace or a Spectre that is actually trying to... well, it's more so Cinderace. Spectre will probably try and outspeed Torn. But the Cinderace itself, I'm expecting it to only outspeed me outspeeding a Garchomp. If at all, they may just run max HP. So I'm just going with enough speed to outspeed Garchomp and then a few extra points to try and catch them speed grouping. I'm actually going to drop it one more, because they also know this is Rat we're talking about, someone we know very well, and someone who also knows us very well. They know I like to speed creep, so either they may not bother with this, or they may not bother, or they may try and speed creep me, so we'll see. But the offensive investment is leftover dump. The bulk is to live, I believe it is actually Specs Thunderbolt from Rotom Wash. I believe it's Specs, it might not be Specs, I can't remember. I made this spread like a few days ago. We also live Life Orb Rock Slide from Garchomp. So, the Icy Wind, again, is actually going to do pretty good damage into the Garchomp. Air Slash for general coverage, and also it's going to hit the Pheromosa and Oko it, and then U-turn. Just to give it some pivoting, the Wiki Berry plus Regenerator will give Torn some survivability in this match that it may not have had otherwise. So, we have two different game modes. One is a pure Trick Room mode with Slowking, Scrafty, Appleton, and then depending on what I'm feeling, either Coco or Torn in the back, probably Coco for cleanup duty. Then, or even I guess I could do late game Trick Room, but with this team probably not. Depends if I see a Fletchling. If I see no Fletchling, I could realistically do like Coco Excadrill, or like Torn Excadrill, and just go Tailwind Earthquake, and then have like Slowking Appleton in the back, something like that. But probably not, because Scrafty wants to come to most games to reduce the damage output of the opposing Pokemon. Then we have our fast mode as well, Scrafty Torn for Fake Out Tailwind, with Excadrill and Coco in the back. Keep our speed control and just do insane amounts of damage. The name of the game is speed control. If we can make sure we outspeed things and get the kills, then we can do really good work here. Again, the combination of Banded Excadrill plus Pixie Plate Coco is going to do work. So, it's going to take out a lot of their threats that I'm really worried about. There's only a few bulky things that really have the opportunity to live Banded Earthquake plus D-Gleam, and then we can potentially just like target it down with a Thunderbolt. We've got good amounts of speed control with Tailwind, Icy Wind, and Electro Web, which obviously doesn't work against Garchomp, but you know that's why we're going to be setting up the Tailwind first, and then Icy Winding if we need to. But obviously we have a slower plan as well with the Appleton. I cannot believe I am bringing Appleton, and I think at this point I brought Appleton as much as Dracovish. Depending on how you look at it, this will, and if I actually bring Appleton to a match, or to a game, I will have brought Appleton to more games than Dracovish, which is crazy to think about. But, it's my grass type, I need an answer to Rotom Wash, it's not going to be easy Pokemon for us to take down, so I want to make sure I've got the apple. So, we're playing about an hour. I'm really worried. Because this is playoffs now. One lose, we're out. And since Rat's been lucky so far, I wouldn't put it past them to get lucky again. But thankfully, our main two offensive threats here, of both Excadrill and Coco, cannot be discharge powered. So, I say two main offensive threats. Coco isn't fully offensive, but yeah, like it's mostly offensive. So, but yeah, that's gonna do it. And I will see you guys for the match itself. Wish me luck, because I'm gonna need it. Alright, this is it. Let's do this. That's the 6 I expected. Okay, it's the 6 I expected. No Spec, no Fletchinder. Now, do we go TR game 1? That is the question. Nothing too crazy here, right? Yeah. It's the 6 we expected. So... I think we're going to go Trick Room game 1. I'm going to see how it goes. Who is the fourth here, though? It's got to be Coco, right? So I want something that can clean up during the late game. Yeah. Pheromosa and Goth. I should be able to live any hit this Goth wants to go, this Pheromosa wants to go for. So we're gonna fake out. Do we fake out? No, yeah, we absolutely fake out the Goth, and we just go for Trick Room. And we live the lunge, eat the citrus, get our Trick Room up. We could double the Pharaoh here. But I think I'm going to double the Goth. Ooh, they ally switch. Interesting. I was actually going for the Goth, so... because I didn't want them to try and reverse Trick Room. They want a Sloping Dead. Chomp comes in. I'm carrying Ice Punch for a reason. And I think I'm going to try and get in my Appleton now because... let's see if I get the kill here. So only showing portrait. No. Yeah, man. Scrafty versus Garchomp. Okay, it's not a kill. I think I double the Garchomp. So yeah, we're going to Ice Punch the Garchomp, and I'm going to Scald the Garchomp. Ooh, really nice switch. Get a burn. They heal pulse, okay. I'm going to go for a Throat Chop here, and I'm going to switch to Appleton. I can't... right, yeah, can't switch because Goth. That's unfortunate. Oh dear. That's quite bad. Granted, they still can't kill the apple. Nice burn on the Chomp. That means I don't have to worry about it for the game. It's just this Rotom. It is just this Rotom I have to worry about. That's a really big burn. I wonder if I just... yeah, I'm wondering if I go to Coco and Protect. How much does a burned Garchomp do to me? Appleton versus Garchomp. Assume it's Dragon Claw? But it's burned. That's a really big burn. Even Life Orb is going to get a kill. Not with Discharge as well. So what's the way of doing this? Because I've been playing kind of fast. I think I am going to... Are they going to switch Rotom out? I just don't see that happening. I'm going to double the Rotom. Oh, if it gets enough hits. No, come on, the 5! I'm going to die now. I times 4 resist though! Okay, that's the threat down. But it's +1 speed. Wait, did I get fully powered? Oh, that's so dumb. Oh my god. I guess it makes up for the skull burn here, but jeez. In fact, they can't kill my Coco. They cannot kill my Coco. Because I'm so bulky that, like, it can't kill me. So I'm just going to Deagleam. Forgot about Fake Out. But I live. And we Throat Chop. That is physically offensive, I think. I forgot about Fake Out. Oh, if I'd hit the Garchomp, this would have been over. It was over if I hit the Garchomp. Or if I protected. I forgot about Fake Out. But we know it's a full moveset now. Okay. Because even protecting doesn't help me. Yeah, I just lose. Oh, because I played too fast and loose! I forgot about Fake. I didn't think they'd run... No, I saw Fake Out. I'm so dumb. They're not running in Prison Trick Room. Okay, okay. I need to focus. Need to focus. I played it fast and loose. I got a little unlucky. Okay. Okay. Short teams. Okay, I think I am comfortable going with Trick Room again. That's the crazy thing. Am I? I think the offensive presence that the other lead has, the other mode has, is too good to pass up. So I'm going to be going with the fast mode. It's time to go Togepi Rotom. It's Adrenaline Orb. Okay, well I'm going for Fake Out Tailwind. Go for a Deagleam, that does nothing. You go for the Iron Head. Like, I want to U-turn into Excadrill, but, like, It's so risky. Yeah, I'm gonna double the Togepi. I'm gonna U-turn on it out. I wonder if there's this Follow Me Nasty plot. I don't think it's Hydro. I don't think you Hydro Torn. Yeah. And since we know it's, yeah. With telepathy, they go to Goth, they protect. What? What? I thought telepathy... Mold Breaker stops telepathy. They fake out Exca. We have to Icy Wind. Oh, I'm so dumb. And then they Hydro. And I lose. I lose off that because I forgot that Mold Breaker wouldn't do it. I don't have the damage. Not for this Rotom. That's just not an interaction that I've ever encountered. It's just never something I've thought about, that Mold Breaker stops telepathy. If I'd switched to Torn. If I'd switched to Torn. But I wanted the offensive pressure. And I lose. We got super unlucky in game 1, and then I played so poorly. I played so poorly this set. Like, in general. Like, I played so poorly game 1, I got a little lucky, but then super unlucky on the Discharge Power Out. I knew it would happen. I called it. But yeah. But yeah, now we're out. That's so disappointing. But God, Rat's been getting lucky all season, and that Discharge Power won them the game on game 1. And then game 2, if I switched to Torn. I knew Rotom was an issue, but like, I didn't expect him to go this hard on it. So, but yeah, that's it. GG's to Rat, and I'll see you guys, I guess, for the next season of UBL. So, take it easy, everyone, and peace.